Hello friends, and welcome to yet another amazing video of Wisdom Zone, and this is Shubro, and I'm quite sure you have already guessed it because today I have the 11th session of Develop Your Spoken English and become more fluent and proficient in your communication. And today I'm going to discuss 30 new sentences and expressions which you can incorporate in your everyday English conversation in different situations so that you can sound smarter and sound confident. So if you are looking for some great expressions for daily English conversation, this video is just for you. So watch this video till the end. Again, it is my earnest request to all the viewers, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait and subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon so that you can get the first notification of this type of informative video. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So friends, welcome back once again. So as you see, today we have the 11th session of Develop Your Spoken English and become more fluent and proficient in your communication. So let me tell you, today I'm going to discuss 30 useful sentences and expressions to express different moods, and I'm going to show you how to use them in different situations. So please watch this video till the end carefully and do not skip it. And again, let me remind all the viewers, I have given all the links of the previous videos, previous parts in the description. So if you haven't gone through them, please go through the previous videos, which is going to help you immensely, right? So without further ado, let's get started. So friends, at first I'm going to discuss some sentences and expressions to express happiness, which is quite imperative. So as you see here, the first sentence you can use is I'm delighted to know. So when you are happy, when you feel happy to know something, you can say I'm delighted to know. And up next we will see the second sentence, that is I'm extremely happy. So you can also say that I'm extremely happy to know something, or I am extremely happy because of some incident, right? So you can use I'm extremely happy. Always use extremely to sound that you are very happy. Third important sentence which you can use to express happiness is I feel elated. So this is also a wonderful expression which you can use, I feel elated. That means elated means very happy. And up next we will see one particular expression. It is also a kind of idiom, that is I feel on top of the world. We can use this particular expression to signify that you are very happy. Okay, when you feel extremely happy, then you can use this I feel on top of the world. And the last option which we have is I'm ecstatic. I am ecstatic. Ecstatic means also to be very happy. So I hope it's crystal clear how to express happiness, what kind of sentences and expressions we can use to express our happiness. So up next we are going to move on to the next segment, where I'm going to discuss some sentences and expression to talk about sadness, or when you're feeling bad. So how to express that feeling. I'm going to discuss some sentences and expressions related to sadness and when you're feeling bad. So let's see the first one. First one is quite important, and important idiom. In fact, it is a very important idiom. As you see, I am down in the dumps. Okay, so I am down in the dumps means you're feeling very depressed, feeling very sad. Okay, so that time you can use this idiom, and that I am down in the dumps. We can see the second one. You can also use this sentence, I feel terrible. When you are feeling bad and you're feeling sad, so you can say I feel terrible, or we can use the term awful, I feel awful also, right? And the third option we have, as you see, I feel dreadful. We can use the term dreadful also, that means to feel very bad. Okay, and up next I'm going to discuss the next one, that is I'm feeling blue. I am feeling blue is a very important way to express. To feel blue means to feel sad, right? So I'm feeling blue means I'm feeling sad. Okay, and the last option which we have is I have the blues. So here blues means sadness. Okay, so you can also say I have the blues, or I am feeling blue. So like this way you can express sadness, and you can talk about any situation where you're feeling bad, right? So up next we are going to turn our attention towards the next segment, where we are going to discuss some sentences and expressions to apologize, which is quite imperative. We need to apologize in our day-to-day life, and we must know how to apologize, what kind of sentences and expressions we should say. So let's see the first one, that is I'm sorry. You can say I'm sorry, and that's the way you can apologize. Or next one is I'm extremely sorry. I think this is a better one. Is you can say I'm extremely sorry for your inconvenience. I'm extremely sorry is a better one than I'm sorry. Okay. So the third one which we have, as you see, that is I would like to apologize. This is, I think, a formal way to apologize, and I think we should try this in formal context. I would like to apologize. And the next is also quite important, and it is also used in formal context. I sincerely apologize. That also you can use. And the last one is I want to sincerely apologize. So this is also quite formal. So I think the last three I have discussed. I would like to apologize, I sincerely apologize, and I want to sincerely apologize. These three are quite commonly used in formal English, and try to use them. And you can use I am extremely sorry also in general, but I am sorry is just in general sense you use, and it is not very much polite. Okay, so just remember that, and it should not be used in formal context. Up next, we are going to go to the next segment. We are going to see some sentences and expressions to enquire, or to take permission, or to make a request, right? So let's see the sentences. The first is can I go out? So it's a direct way of asking for permission, which is normally used in informal context or informal conversation. Can I go out? And I think the better one is the next one, may I leave or may I go? So like this way you can say. So that's a better one. I think it's more formal. And the third one is could you help me? This is the way also you can ask. Yes, you can make a request. If you use could, it sounds polite, so you can say could you help me? So up next I will show you the fourth one, that is could you do me a favor? I think this is also a better way. It is also quite polite, and that's the way also to ask for favor in formal conversation. And the last one is could you help me with your name? So suppose you are asking someone's name, instead of saying can you help me, you can say could you help me with your name. This is a very important sentence, especially for people who are working in front office, who are working in customer service. They have to deal with the customers. Do not say can you help me with your name. You can use this particular sentence, could you help me with your name, which is quite formal. So up next we are going to turn our attention towards the next segment. Here we are going to see some sentences and expressions to ask someone to wait or hold, right? So it is quite imperative to ask someone to hold or wait in a polite manner, in a formal way. So let's see the first one. The first is could you bear with me for a moment, which is totally formal, and you should try to use this frequently. You can say could you bear with me for a moment. That's a formal and professional way to put it. And the next is can you wait for a while, which is totally informal and direct, and I think it is normally not used in formal context and in professional field. So the third is may I put you on hold for a moment. Suppose you are speaking over the phones with someone, and you have to ask the person to wait, so then you can use this may I put you on hold for a moment. So this is quite polite and formal. And you can also use can I put you on hold, which is slightly direct. I would say that it is slightly impolite, so it's better not to use can, better to use may. Or you can use could, as you see the last example, could you hold please. So this is also a better option than can. Yes, you can use may or could. So in formal conversation, in professional field, and try to avoid can. So up next we will turn our attention towards the last segment. As you see the last segment, the last segment is about sentences and expression to talk about differences. Suppose you want to express differences and you want to just put it, and you have some differences where you want to address that, but you directly cannot say. So what are the sentences we can use? The first is I am sorry but I disagree. So you can directly say I am sorry but I disagree with you. The next is a better option, I would beg to differ, which is quite formal, right? And the third one is also quite commonly used in formal conversation and professional field, I would beg to disagree. So you can also use this in formal conversation. And the fourth one is I'm sorry but I don't hold your opinion. So this is also used. Hold your opinion means to agree with someone. Don't hold your opinion means I disagree. And the last option which we have is I understand where you are coming from but I disagree. You can say that but I do not agree with you. So like this way you can express difference, okay, and use these particular sentences and expressions, right, which are quite imperative. So today we discussed 30 important sentences and I have shown you that how you can use these sentences in different situations, how to use some sentences and expressions to talk about, to express your happiness, how to use important sentences to talk about, express your sadness and when you're feeling bad. And the third which I discussed is that some sentences and expressions to apologize, and the fourth one is also some sentences and expression to take permission or to make requests or inquire. And I've also discussed some sentences and expression to ask someone to wait or put someone on hold. And the last is very important, I also discussed some sentences and expressions to express differences. So I hope it's crystal clear. Please go through the sentences and practice. Try to incorporate that in your everyday English conversation and practice. And more you practice, you better you become, right? And I hope you found this video quite helpful. And again, it is my earnest request to all the viewers, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait and subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon so that you can get the first notification of this type of informative videos. So stay tuned for further informative videos, and do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to Wisdom Zone.